the Bunnycast, wherein we talk about stuff and things. Oh, wait, that's every week. The Bunnycast, where we talk about Squato's ego. No, that's every week, too. The Bunnycast, where we talk about, the bunny community. So we're going to talk a little bit about what prompted this particular discussion. And it's actually quite a serious topic, so I'm going to just kind of shut up and let Squato tell us what's going on with Troy.
One quick thing, though, kind of wondering with MDM, what the hell does the initials for that stand for, or does it not mean anything?
It means absolutely nothing, just like everything else I do.
Okay, because I've kind of been wondering for a little while, and the best I could come up with was minor dinosaur monster or something along those lines.
Oh, I'm just sorry. I just love to watch people... Well, actually, I hate it. I love it and hate it at the same time to see people speculate what it stands for. And I just tell them, it means nothing.
There you go, folks. You get your answer.
Squato, Troy.
He is still alive.
Amazing.
This is something we've been kind of forgetting to bring up for the last few weeks. For those that kind of don't know it or have forgotten it or whatever, Troy was going over to New Zealand because he saw an opportunity to go and study
something.
Computer graphics course. Basically along those lines. Kind of mixture of more just general and sort of mixed in with animation for studios and game and also for TV movie production, those type of things. That's what he was believed to be doing when he went over there. When he went over there, he found out it was not doing that. In fact, apparently they outright
not what he expected.
Yeah.
Also, what's his face? Ankarian was supposed to be there, but he didn't show. He bailed out.
That situation is a bit more complex, and I'm not really going to cover that one. So, and I'm kind of a little bit annoyed when I hear some people like, "Oh, Anki's such a bastard for all that type of crap." And I know more of that situation. I kind of feel people should be a bit more easy on him.
I really don't care either way.
Yeah, this reminds me somewhat of what happened between me and Valgav a couple years ago, where there was a lot more than what a lot of people assumed at the outset that caused a major problem for Val. And fingers got pointed, people got blamed. It was a very messy situation.
Yeah, it tends to happen a lot, especially I've noticed with the bunnies, is that they kind of hear someone, particularly who they view as a favourite, has trouble, and whoever is apparently at fault is obviously the problem.
Oh, yes. Yes. Blame the person who did nothing.
Well,
yeah.
So let's get back to Troy.
So he went over there, that had a problem, and they got the other problem was he was over there, he had to get accommodation, but he was going to pay for that with a job, which the job itself was all set up. He had a job set up for him to do.
He had to get a what? A combination?
No,
according to the thread, his bosses told him that there was a job waiting at the local cinema for him, and he got there, and they had no idea that he was supposed to be there.
Originally, it was meant to be as he was taking over the responsibility of that cinema, but then they changed it to no, the guy there is going to be still in charge, so you're going to be just the shift supervisor or whatever the role was meant to be. And that's when he found out when he got there, no one actually had heard about it. Apparently, the problem was completely on New Zealand's end, from what I've been able to understand.
Yeah. Shoot, I just messed up.
Okay, so he gets there, finds out he doesn't have a job. Go on.
No job. The course is not what he wants. The accommodation is not really what he wants to be staying in. All these other things. So
what
he just decides.
Combination?
Everything. It's the situation as whole.
Okay, so you're
it's the vibe.
You're using the word combination like Honestly, it sounded like you were trying to say it was some sort of residence. So the situation is bad all around. Go on.
Yeah. Actually, I said accommodation.
Oh, is that what you were saying? Because I swear it sounded like you were saying combination.
I said combination would refer to it in general, but I was saying accommodation. It could be just Skype playing up.
Okay, go on.
So he cut his losses and he's come back to Australia. And he's been able to get back on his feet, annoying about it all so far. He's learned his lessons. And he's talking to Anki again, so, well, Ankarium if you want to prefer that version. So everything's kind of not well, but better than it was. He's got, as I said, he's got a job, so he's working again. Kind of actually like he was doing originally in the first place. And the other main thing is he's gotten somewhere to go and stay. So, yeah, he's pretty much...
back on his feet.
Somewhat.
He's back on one foot and working on the other.
The other four. Well, the other ones.
Okay.
Well, it depends on if you count a tail as a foot.
Yes. See, the kitty lands on its feet.
Okay, furry jokes to the side.
With Troy, that's not very hard.
The reason this kind of segues nicely into our discussion is because it's been happening more and more of late where a bunny will run into some problems and everybody's all, oh, I feel for you, man, and nothing really gets done about it. Which, I understand that we all have our own problems that we encounter in life, and the whole situation with the world in general, people being laid off and jobs being cut, and there's a few bunnies where there's illnesses in the family that are causing serious problems and stresses there. That's all understandable, but we really need to, as a community, start reaching out to each other a bit more. In that regard, there's a few tools.
Contribute to the fund.
Yeah, there's a few tools like the Bunny Fund that, in my opinion, people really should be taking more advantage of more. The Bunny Fund is a good example. The big problem is, of course, that nobody's actually putting money in, with the possible exception of myself. So
that's with me possible. We'll see the situation. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and it could turn out that situation might wind up being a good seed for getting the Bunny Fund really up and going. But as an example for the situation with Val, which I won't go into huge details here, but the idea was that I was going to pay for him to come out here to California and get himself situated and get a job and all that kind of thing. But that just didn't work out, and as a result, what Bunny Fund we had, which was seeded very generously by my mom, got wiped out at that point, and it never really recovered. Now, as far as giving money to the Bunny Fund, I'm not saying that people should just give money and not expect anything in return unless they're having trouble. Far from it. In fact, I want more people to get more out of the Bunny Fund. So, with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and announce what's called we'll call it the Bunny leveling system. If you're a member of the yes, if you're a member of the order, we are going to set up what's called the Bunny Elite, the Elite Knights or the Elite Valkyries. Basically, if you pay in a certain amount, and the amounts just yet are still up in the air, so I'll be keeping people updated. But if you pay a certain amount forward into the Bunny Fund in advance, then you become an Elite Knight or an Elite Valkyrie, depending on if you're a member of the Bunny Jesuit. the whole.
So does Gesseret.
It's actually Jesuit. If you listen to the audio recordings, the audiobooks, but I can understand why you would think that.
I have no idea what that's a reference to anyway.
Dune.
It's Dune.
Ha! Okay.
So, in any case,
Actually, I've always heard it pronounced something else. Can't think what it was offhand. So
Doesn't matter.
yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. If the big bonus is going to be, again, once we get numbers finalized, we'll be able to open this up fully. But the big bonus is going to be that if you pay this certain amount to become an elite knight, then your room and board, if you will, for attending either BunnyCon or Bunny Meet, if you have to go far enough for it, is going to be paid for. That's actually a huge deal. I know, Squato, you've traveled before, and you know how big a hit the accommodations can be.
yeah.
It can be quite expensive, and
Especially if you have to make last-minute changes, as I've had to once before.
Yeah. So basically, what Killerfish and I are working on is hooking up with a chain of hotels, essentially, to set it up so that we pay a certain amount, and we get the bunny. The Order of the Bunny itself actually gets ownership, part ownership in the hotel, and that will allow us to arrange for literally a bunny suite anywhere in the world, anytime.
It's all part of your world domination plot.
Yes, it is.
Note someone to be eliminated. Yep.
So there is that, but mostly I want to encourage people to donate to the Bunny Fund, just because it's a decent thing to do. Let's pretend that we had 50.
You will do it, or we will bombard you with hamsters.
Let's pretend we had 50 active bunnies for the last 2 years, and each of those bunnies, let's say they donated just $5 to the Bunny Fund for each month. I understand that there's a lot of unemployed bunnies out there. That's I'm not going to get into that right now, but
$3,000 a year.
Yeah, and $3,000 a year. Let's say for the last 2 years, that would be $6,000. That easily would have been a little bit of money to help out with, for instance, Troy, to get him get him into a much better situation, take care of getting him back to Australia without too many difficulties, and getting him into a place where he could be situated and back on his feet much faster. And thank you for the quick math, MDM.
That's like the only thing I'm good at, math-wise. If you make me do algebra, you will regret it horribly.
Now, obviously, $5 a month is not going to make one an elite bunny, but it's
going to make you semi-elite.
Semi-elite. And you're going to join the Covenant, then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, well, that was. I expected that joke. I was fully prepared for it. It doesn't make it hurt any less, though.
We got it out of the way, so we can move on.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Well, you see, what they would have wanted to do is they wanted, if the prophets in Contact Harvest, they said that if the prophets hadn't found out that that they had made a mistake, what it was is they found out that their religion was all false. They found out a mistake. Instead of what it was is they in the Forerunner Dreadnought, which is in High Charity, they sidetrack. Okay, go back to what you were talking about.
Okay.
Makes perfect sense.
So and other.
Basically, what I wanted to say is that they would have accepted humans in the Covenant if they hadn't found out that humans were basically forerunners. And they're like, oh, we can't have that because our whole religion is the forerunners are all gone. And the humans are forerunners. We can't have that, so let's destroy them all.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense right there.
And it cost them their entire civilization and species in the end for doing that.
We're getting off track, guys.
Yes.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. So, in the interest of spreading community, if you will,
and the love.
And the love, I would like to see some more bunny meets. They were happening for a little bit, especially right after the first nightings at Comic-Con 06, where a bunch of bunnies would start getting together and hanging out. Just it wasn't a big thing like Comic-Con, not multi-day, but they would get together for an hour or 2 or 3, just chew the fat, talk about whatever they wanted to, and take a picture and post it. And that was awesome. I'd like to see more of that. And I don't know if anybody's been to the Order's website for the events page, but I've even got
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, there's a countdown timer for the next bunny meet.
104 days, 5 hours, 45 minutes, and 45 seconds.
Right, but the next bunny meet is for
how many microseconds?
BunnyCon.
It doesn't say that.
So, I'd like to see a bunny meet happen between now and con for anywhere in the world. I know the Limey bunnies are wanting something to go on, so that would be a good opportunity. Killerfish could be the senior night there. Due to the rules of the Order, only the founder knights right now can knight other bunnies without another knight being present. So Australia is kind of stuck right now, understandably. But if Squato gets out here and gets knighted, then there'll be 2 Aussie knights there. Troy being in the
first
of the Bunny Jesuit. So that would be a good opportunity for bunny meets to get more knights in Australia. And yeah, again, we can have people literally from all over the world just meeting in bunny meets, and I am more than happy to post the dates and times of the next bunny meet. In fact, I've got a whole calendar for it, and I'll post that in the show notes. Yeah.
Just realised that you're saying that. I was thinking, they're not going to happen. I just remembered there was one that could possibly be coming up. Saturday the 18th, there's a mate of mine. It's got a group of people from whatever internet forum that this other person's on, has organised a meet up at Hyde Park in Sydney on the 18th at 1 p.m. Well, I know I'm going to be going there, and Troy might be going there, so hey, if anyone wants to meet up with us too. There we go.
So I'll go ahead and post that as the next bunny meet, and that will be updated before the rest of the website, which kind of brings me to the next topic. If anybody wants to see an update to the Order's website, start pestering Killerfish. He'll
just run and hide.
Killerfish keeps forgetting that he's supposed to be getting me art for that said all I need is 3 pieces for under construction. He's already got the specs, but he keeps forgetting that I need them. So,
I think part of his problem is that he seems to be too likes to get into ideas and then doesn't really finish them.
Yes. So
Butterfly.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Don't give him a box of crayons.
Oh.
So I was apparently he's not feeling too well this week, so
that's why he's not in.
Yeah, I'm forgiving him for that, but
and that's why we make fun of him more.
Yes, yes.
He's going to listen to this and be like, okay, what were they doing while I was gone? And then he listens,
rating everyone's hair.
Yes. As far as other community gathering things go, if you want your profile posted up on the Order's website, I'm more than happy to post that up in advance of any of the other website updates, especially if you happen to have some good art for yourself to post up, or if you want a photo of yourself up on your profile. You can use as a template the profile that I've got up on the Orders website, or the relatively empty profile that's there for Killerfish that he has not yet gotten back to me about. So, by all means, if you want your profile updated on the Order of the Bunnies website, you do have to be a member of the Order, but I will post it as soon as I get that information.
If you want to put something up for me, Homer, just put the crotch photo up, or the crotch image up.
I am not putting that crotch image up.
I remember I thought that was Craigie at first.
Oh, I actually got a hold of him the other day. It was on Instant Messenger. I had forgotten completely that I had him on my list. But he's doing okay. So, all right. One more thing. I'm working with Squato on this one, but the Orders blog needs updating, and I don't have time anymore to do that. What we're looking for is for some people, we're thinking maybe 4 or 5, who are willing to do some writing for at least one article per week, per person. So we would be, hopefully there would be between 4 to 5 updates per week from different people. And basically you would be kind of on a journalism beat. You would write either an editorial about something that's on your mind, you would write some news specific to the bunnies, or you would even possibly write something just in general about world news.
So if anyone wants to try and do some, get their journalistic skills improved, there's something for them if they wanted.
Yeah. For the time being, contact Squato about that. He will be he will be the point man in charge of making sure that this happens. And every week you would be submitting your final work to me. But again, send your test work to Squato. What we're looking for is how being a bunny has impacted your life. And just like a quick 5-paragraph summary about that. Of course,
try to make them not one-line paragraphs. Maybe put in a bit of effort into the paragraphs.
Yeah, we're looking for some actual serious effort, some people that can actually write well. And if you can write voluminously, guess what? You can probably write well as well. So don't think just because you don't think you can write well doesn't mean other people don't think you can write well. We will be reviewing all submissions. Did we ever decide on an end date for submissions, or are we doing good?
No end date, but I can cover the other things we've worked out though with it.
Okay.
It needs to be in English. The reason for that is pretty much because everyone speaks English on it, so you can speak any other language, but these need to be in English. And also, if you do update, it needs to be in English itself there. Best to get it done quickly, as soon as you can, so we'll probably have an end date not too long. I think you covered most of the other things. And if we get more than... if we get more than the set number, say, I don't know, 8 is a rough guess, a rough number. 8 people are interested in doing it, and they put in their application. I'll conduct some interviews then to try and weed out the ones that be best suited for the role.
Yeah. Now, go on.
Yeah. The other thing I was going to say is, if you don't get in, don't think that's we don't want you. It's just at the moment it's because you probably. There's others that just probably feel a bit better suited at the moment, or whatever. We'll tell you if we feel there should.
Or you're lazy.
Yeah, we'll tell you if there's anything we feel you might need to be improved with, or whatever. And hey, who knows? In the future, we might want to get you back for it.
Exactly. Now, since this podcast is going out on the 24th, I'm going to make that our official. We're opening this up to everybody date. And I'll make the cutoff date for 2 weeks from then. That will be the 2009. So if you have anything you want prepared, just make sure it's in to Squato by that date, and we'll be getting back to everybody on when we'll have them start submitting stuff for the Bunny blog.
I'm just trying to work out which is the best way for them to send it to me, because I'm not really going to give out my email address over this.
We'll work that out, and we'll post it on the forums at the same time that this goes out on the air.
Yeah. Who knows, we might actually just create an email account just for this.
Yeah, that's entirely doable as well. Okay. I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. MDM, did you have any comments on anything we're doing?
No.
You're just kind of lurking there.
He's not here.
I do best. I'm here, but not here.
So mind, but no mind? Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Obscure.
Yeah.
Okay, so just as a little bit of a recap, we had some webcomic reviews on last week. Go read those comics if you're interested.
Or not.
Yes, or not. Please participate more as a member of the community. We want to make this the best possible fan community on the planet. We want to put all the Trekkies / Trekkers to shame with with how good we do in terms of being just a stand-out community.
Take that, Star Wars. Take that, Battlestar Galactica.
I take offense to your previous statement.
Yeah, so just really participate more. Really help out your fellow bunnies and your fellow human beings, and that does include furries.
Don't worry, you can kill the heretic later if you want.
Just to remind people, this Bunnycast is hosted and bandwidth provided by Shastrix.com.
Controlling your life since whenever they did it.
Oh yeah, you can tell we planned these so far in advance. Go there for all of your general purpose hosting needs. Hopefully, we don't bring their servers to their knees.
Or will we?
Or will we? Dun dun dun.
If you bring down their servers, they'll poison your water.
That's okay. I only drink
with vinegar.
tea. Squato.
Kind of like on the Simpsons one then, with the Shelbyville when they poisoned the water and Marge saw the turkey fly out the window.
Or the one where the army invades and they overrun the town and they just contaminate the water with alcohol and they all get drunk. Have you seen that one?
Didn't that have Kiefer Sutherland as the general?
No, it was the one where Homer went to join the army and he was assigned to play war games and he defected with his team. And he was the last one hiding and they invaded Springfield trying to find him.
I remember. Yeah, that actually was Kiefer Sutherland. One of the many times he's actually appeared on there.
Okay, so Squato is once again. Just remember to go to the Bunny Meet. Details to be posted later. Again, I'm
currently just Hyde Park.
Yes, I'm waiting on Killerfish for the artwork for the Order's website, and other than that, I'm not doing much. MDM, what do you got going?
Being a general annoyance.
Gotcha. And Elguna Shive, read it, love it, know it. And that's pretty much it. Say goodnight, guys.
When you're here by my side, you complete the two of us. You make the rules.
Yes.
Goodbye, Squato.
Celebrate the 25th anniversary of Footloose.
Good night, guys.
We are
Roger.
pawns in a faded game of cat and mouse. Maybe a couple of headshots thrown out here and there. This crazy world is so messed up, all in my hair. I've got you, I don't care. all at my command. But now all that I want is just to be your man. It's a crazy world, in a twisted turn of reality. It's you and me, and I need you here to keep some sanity. We are but pawns in a faded game of cat and mouse. Maybe a couple of guinea pigs thrown out here and there. It's a crazy world, it's all messed up in my head. I got you, I don't care.